So this set is full of theme cards, right? I'd love to know what some of these theme cards can pull from former sets of Magic. What are we adding to the whole universe here?
A lot of times people will already have been building decks that they're like, this is my Merfolk deck, and in my head canon is this is a Namor deck. But now they actually can put Namor into their Merfolk deck. And it's this really exciting synergy where you maybe already have some decks that you've been brewing, and now you get to add Marvel characters inside of them.
And Namor is a little bit of a deck building puzzle because he wants you to play non-creature spells with blue pips in them. If you have Namor in play, you're going to be spitting out tons of tokens, which is really awesome.
It kind of talks just about the synergy between Marvel and Magic and how you have these overlap in fantasy themes. Like, we have tons of Merfolk in Magic, and there's Merfolk in Marvel, and so being able to put them together just feels like such a strong and resonant fit.
There's so many people on the Marvel team that are also Magic fans that were already in that mode of thinking. So, like, you're talking about fans, those are us.
Yeah. There's a pretty solid connection between Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur and Ravenous Tyrannosaurus. I'd love to hear a little more about, like, how these old designs helped match up perfectly with these characters.
Yeah, I think in Magic, like, the most meme-worthy dinosaur is the Colossal Dreadmaw, who's the 6'6" that everyone just immediately goes to when they think, how big is a dinosaur in Magic? So that power toughness was our kind of first thought, and it turned out to be exactly right.
That's perfect. I want to talk about the main typals from this, heroes and villains. Like, what is the defining thing that ties all heroes together in this set?
Yeah, I think heroes are really designed to work well together. They're the type where the more you have, the more synergy you're building, and the more powerful your deck becomes. Each of the heroes has their own individual strategy and characteristics. Like, you want Iron Man to feel like Iron Man, you want Captain America to feel like Captain America, but when they come together and you have a Heroes Matters decks, all of a sudden all their powers are amplified to be even stronger.
But on the opposite side, how about the villains? Do they work well together, or do they have their own ideas?
There certainly are villains that help out other villains. Like the commander deck that's helmed by Dr. Doom. There's definitely a big benefit to having a bunch of villains in your deck there.
Even when we put card types on a character, there are, like the hero and villain type, there are characters that have been both heroes and villains. Depending on which card you have, it explores a different part of their personality. So yes, there are times where they are definitive, but there's also times where it's like different parts of their story arc are represented on a different card, so it becomes flexible.
Yeah.
You also maybe finally get to answer the question of, like, which superheroes are more powerful than one another by sitting up and playing against the battlefield to see who can win.
And it's not just the creature types, right? Because there's also subtypes that we have for artifacts and, like, equipment.
Yeah, I think we have some really exciting artifact kind of sub-themes, especially with Iron Man in particular. He's the greatest artificer in the multiverse, and now he's actually getting to engage with the Magic artifacts as well.
The whole Iron Man family, Iron Man, Shuri, Ironheart, like all the inventors you see. And then we have a whole Wakandan commander deck, which is very much based around artifacts. It's a green-white deck, which is not something you typically align with artifacts, but that their society is so technologically advanced that we thought it was a really cool hook to make a different feeling commander deck.
Yeah. What are these strategy options that players have to look forward to? Say they don't want to build just a pure superhero deck straight down the line. How can they take those and bring them into their other decks and make something nasty or beautiful? Beautiful. Let's go with that adjective. How about that?
There's a lot of stuff that triggers off drawing your second card every turn. There's stuff that works with death touch creatures. There's stuff that works with non-creature spells. A couple that I really like personally, though, there's a landfall theme in green that shows up throughout the product suite. A couple cards based on Mole Man, like his main card in the main set has landfall, create a Moloid token. There's a plan that shows Killmonger on it that grows your creatures when you play lands. And then Khazar makes a token copy of Zabu, and Zabu gets bigger with landfall. So lots of cool landfall synergies.
Yeah, the way we like to think about the Marvel superhero set as a whole is it's kind of like reaching into a toy box where you get to pull out your favorite superhero, play with it, and build a deck around it. But we also wanted to make sure for Magic fans that it was also just a toolbox of different cards that you can put into your existing decks and make sure that you can find something that really resonates with you that's going to level up your commander deck. So regardless of what type of fan you are, you can sit down at Friday Night Magic, shuffle up, and have a really fun game to play.